Hello, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've been enjoying learning about quadratic functions. Make sure you click on that subscribe button at the bottom and hopefully you like the video. For this video, we're going to be talking about a flow chart for how you can solve quadratic equations by factoring. We're going to start with the function 6n squared minus 18n minus 18 equals 6. First thing is it set equal to 0. In this case, no. So we're going to rewrite it so that it is 6n squared minus 18n minus 18 equals 6. Subtract 6. 6n squared minus 18n minus 24 equals 0. Now, is there a GCF? And there is. If I look at each term, they each have a factor of 6. So I can take out that factor of 6. If I do that, 6n squared becomes n squared. Negative 18n will become a negative 3n. And then negative 24 becomes a minus 4. So I've taken that out. Now, is it still quadratic? Yes, it is for this one. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to identify my coefficients and my constant. My coefficient is now 1. My b here is negative 3. And c is negative 4. Following my flow chart, I'm going to multiply my a and c values. 1 times negative 4 equals negative 4. So now I'm going to list out my factor pairs until I find one that can add to my b value. So I'm going to put my b value here. This is my goal. This is where I'm starting. So I have 1, negative 4, negative 1, 4, negative 2, 2. The sum here would be negative 3. This is 3. This is 0. So the one that I want to use is, of course, this pair here. It's the one that will give me the sum that I am looking for. Okay, once you find them, go ahead and list them here. So 1 and negative 4. Now, depending on how you've been practicing your factoring, this one is going to take you through a new method that we haven't done before, where we can rewrite our function as n squared plus 1x minus 4x minus 4. This is going to take us to an idea of factoring by grouping. So we're going to take the factor of the first two. The GCF here is 1. So 1 times, oops, and then my GCF here is actually negative 4. Sorry, this should be 1x. I'm left with x plus 1. Sorry about that. So 1x, this becomes x, and this becomes 1. So negative 4, and then here I'm left with x plus 1 again. Now I can take out the x plus 1, and I'm left with x minus 4. You could have also taken your values here and written them as your factors. So we have x plus 1 and x minus 4 equal to 0. So x plus 1 equals 0. X minus 4 equals 0. I know I changed from n to x. I do that a lot. Sorry about that. It's just more natural for me to use x. So n and x here are interchangeable. I apologize for the if it confused you. But x equals negative 1 and x equals 4. So we're going to go ahead and check by plugging that back into our equation, our original function. So 6n squared minus 18n minus 18 equals 6. I'm trying this for n equals -1. So 6 times -1 squared minus 18 times -1 minus 18. Is that going to equal 6? So this is 6 times 1 minus -18 minus 18. Will that equal 6? 6 plus 18 minus 18. And I get 6 equals 6. So that checks. Now I'll try my other variable, 6n squared. My other value, minus 18n minus 18 equals 6. I'm checking for n equal to 4. Times 4 squared minus 18 times 4 minus 18. Is that going to equal 6? So I'll get 6 times 16 minus 18 times 4, which is 72, minus 18. Is that going to equal 6? And I have a little question mark here because I'm checking my work. I might be wrong. So I put the question mark there just in case I made an error somewhere. So 96 minus 72 gives me 24. And 24 minus 18 is in fact 6. So they both check. So my zeros are x equals -1, x equals 4. You can use this flowchart for any quadratic equation. Follow each step, read through the directions, and hopefully it will help you keep track of all the steps that you need when solving quadratic equations by factoring.